Hello and welcome to Pokémon Showdown Battle number 3, the magic number. And here we off again with another NU battle. This time it's against, I can't even read his name on the screen here. But anyway, this guy started out with a Raichu, which quite interesting because out of all the NU battles I've done, I hardly ever see Raichu. Same with Braviary, I hardly ever see it. It's actually quite good, but anyway, I'm not sure if you saw my Rotom fan in the last game very well, but I think this time around you're going to see him a little more. So here I go for the Thunder Wave, which they've now stopped in 6th Gen. For those of you who don't know, you cannot paralyse electric types anymore. Similarly, you cannot use Spore, Sleep Powder, Poison Powder, or Stun Spore on any type of grass type. And that was a poor move on my part. I swapped in Explode, but then again I didn't know he had Focus Blast, so yay, Heatmore actually did something this time. It didn't just get knocked out in one hit. I can't remember what I did with him, because I used his Gluttony ability for I think either a Salic Berry or a Potato Berry, but I'm not going to leave him in against that, so I'll bring in Dodrio as like fodder, so then I can bring something a little more substantial. So I bring Gardevoir, my nice shiny blue Gardevoir. Take that with one Psychic, no problem. And this guy is actually using a Delibird, which, yeah, for those of you who don't know, Delibird has an ability called Hustle, which increases its physical attack moves. Is it moves or is it attack power? I can't remember. But regardless, it lowers the accuracy of them. I think it's the moves. But yeah, sadly they got a critical there, which... That's one thing I've always had a complaint about the game. It's to do with the critical hits. I think critical hits should only be applied for like moves which can critical hit, say like Leaf Blade, Night Slash, and Psycho Cut. But stuff like Ice Shard and Payback or whatever with critical hits, I think. I don't know. I'm not a game designer. It's just that sometimes you get the critical hit, the worst moment you could possibly get. Is that? I'm just trying to see. What's his last one? It's a bit hard to see on the screen, but it looks like Tropius. But anyway, Braviary's down. Yeah, it is Tropius. Now, people like to use that with the Harvest ability, but this guy didn't get a chance to. And what Harvest does, it has a... is it 50% chance? I think it's 50% chance of recovering a berry which it consumed. But anyway... Now I've switched up my team a little, so now I've gone away with Dodrio. I'm going to Drifblim. And Drifblim is basically a stats inflictor. So I start off with Will-O-Wisp and go into the Hex. And of course Hex isn't going to do very much. Now I don't know if you saw it there, but I have a Ghost Gem on him, so now that I've used Hex with the Ghost Gem, I now get double speed. And since I paralysed him and did Hex, it does double damage. Now here's where the fun part comes in, because okay, now Shadow Punch nearly killed me. Now I'll go for Destiny Bond, and bam, Drifblim just took out 3 of his team. That's why I like Drifblim. He's actually quite good, and I quite like Explode as well, because he's got a very interesting moveset. And yeah, an Explode Retaliate basically got rid of him, because just like that, boom, 4 gone. And I think this is the first time you've seen my Clang. It's just a very basic Sleep Talk set with Gear Grind and Shift Gear. It's nothing special, but I kind of like Clang, because you give him the Eviolite, his defences are actually better than Klinklangs. And then I can just boost his attack power using Shift Gear. Of course, the only problem with things like that is that sure, they get higher defense, but their HP is different, so it doesn't matter what I do, he's going to have lower HP than Klinklang. But the Eviolite makes up for that, whatever you like, whatever you want to call it. And for some reason, the music in the background I'm playing is stopped. You're not hearing music, it's just the fact I like to play a bit of music when I'm narrating. But anyway, where's my... there it is. Okay, so as you can see, Klang's now down to quite low health. But it doesn't bother me, I can just go to sleep and recover it. It can be a bit overpowered, but as you'll see in future, is not very good against certain types. So if I come across a water type or steel type, they just warn me. Like here, for example, I think he just did the baton pass. I didn't see that. Yeah, he did a baton pass to his Gorbis. And I'm using the Gorbis as well. I didn't really use Gorbis all that much. I think I had a Shell Smash, yeah. I just didn't like using the Shell Smash one for very long. I think this is probably the only time you're going to see it. In fact, I can't remember what item I gave it, because a lot of people go for a Shell Smash set. Shell Smash set, there we go, said it. Tend to go for a White Hub. I can't remember what I gave it though. But now I've swapped out Heatmore for Simseer, who basically does the same kind of job. Except, yeah, he didn't last very long. Yeah, Simseer, but he's basically, he can learn pretty much the same moves as Heatmore. It's just that he's faster and a little less bulky. But anyway, I'm not leaving Zangoose in there against the Arbok because I think Arbok had Intimidate. I quite like Arbok. He's one of my favourites from the original generation. But everyone can agree that some of the best ones come from first generation. Of course, there's always debate like which generation's the worst. A lot of people say it was 5th generation because we had stupid looking ones like Gobodor, Vanillish, and the Ice Cream Cone one. I mean, seriously, who comes up with these ideas? I mean, Klefki looks stupid at first, but when you look into the details of it, it's actually it's not a Pokemon with keys. It's that since it has a loop, I can't remember the full details. It has like a loop on its body which people use to hold their keys. So it's not like it's just like a set of keys. It's used as a set of keys, if that makes sense. So yeah, Klefki isn't really a stupid idea, but anyway, I've gone for a Dustox here. I have used it in the past, which has worked out well for me, except on this occasion it hasn't, because I didn't play it very well. I'm bringing my good old Rotom Fan. Now, the next few NU battles you're going to see Rotom Fan and Clang a little more. But anyway, we're coming up to the end of the video now, and I'm going to have Clang wrap this up. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you for Battle 4 on Monday.